South Bay today that wasn't just about the clothes on display, but the women modeling them. Dozens of people watched and cheered on the women walking down the runway in San Jose. The show was organized by a store called CURVY Girl Lingerie. The owner says her store fills a real need in the women's clothing market.
No matter what size you are, you want to feel sexy and beautiful, and I wanted to provide a place where people could come and try plus-size lingerie on and walk out of my store feeling very beautiful and empowered and sexy and hot.
CURVY Girl's owner says she is one of only 2 plus-size lingerie stores in the country.
Yo, what up, niggas? It's your boy Phil Cole here. I'm going to make a serious video for you guys. I'm going to ask you something. Can we please not let the word curvy become the word we use to make fat women feel better? I am serious. Me as a man, I appreciate the actual definition to the word curvy. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this or not, but this is my profession. I give lectures and I teach people on how language changes, how things change, and how people may pick certain words to make it seem like something is actually not, just so people can feel a certain way. So for example, homophobia. We know what it means if someone's actually homophobic, but because of the common day slang, it doesn't mean that anymore. Why did people pick the word homophobic or homophobia? To make it seem like a bad thing if you're not too comfortable around gay people. That's why they picked that word. It's a word that makes it sound like you're a really bad person now. So anything you do, you're homophobic, when it actually means you have a illogical fear of gay people. When that's not what most people are. They're just like, oh, I'm not too comfortable with it. Oh, you're homophobic. They pick these words, change the meaning. They have this meaning in slang for a long time, which means it's not in a dictionary yet. Then as time goes on for years and years and people keep using it that way, it will eventually become proper English. That homophobia not only means you're really scared of gay people, but it means you have negative feelings towards them. You don't treat them equally. And that's what happens. When people pick these words, we use them so much in slang, over time they will change the real meaning of the word. Just like the Harlem Shake. The Harlem Shake was Ebonics. It was a dance black people did. Now white people took over, they changed the definition of it. The actual dictionary definition of Harlem Shake is what the white people do, even though black people had it first. You know what I mean? That's an example. Same thing with twerking. Twerking was Ebonics, then twerking became slang, then twerking became proper English. It's in a dictionary, for those of you who don't know. So what I'm saying is, I don't want us to keep using the word curvy or let people use the word curvy to mean overweight. Because what is curvy? Well, let's look at the science. I've been studying curvology for a long time, alright? Now, what you got to understand, when it comes to curvy, there's 2 things that matter mostly, but then there is a third. There's bust, that's like around the chest area. There's waist and then there's hips. Now, because I'm an ass man, I specialize in waist-hip ratio. That's what I look for when I look for a curvy woman. She needs to have she needs to have hips and her waist be measured in order to be curvy. Now let me teach you the science. Now when it comes to waist-hip ratio, in order to find out if the woman's curvy or not, she has to be a 0.7 or below. So how do you find this out? What you do is you measure the waist first, then you measure the hips. And the science behind it is you take the waist and divide it by the hips. And you should get a number, point something. So for example, if a woman, just exaggerating, I'm just making up. Let's say a woman has 50 inch waist, 50 inches. I'm just picking anything, just imagine, a giant woman, whatever. 50-inch waist. But she has a 100-inch hip. No circumference. 100 inches there, 50 on the waist. So what is she? 50 divided by 100, that is what? Exactly, 0.5. That means she's very curvy because she's a 0.5. Okay, she's a 0.5. That means she's very curvy. That means her waist is literally half the circumference of her hips. That's a little too curvy, but that's just an example. So let's do another one. Let's say a girl has 100-inch waist and 100-inch hips. What would she be? A 1. That's what some men have. That's not curvy at all. That's a straight line, okay? So in order for a woman in my curvology studies, in order for a woman to be actually curvy, especially when you're focusing on the hip and waist area, she has to be at least a 0.7 to be considered curvy. Now, all women should have some sort of curves. So if you have a 0.71, 0.72, 0.73, it doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means you're not really considered curvy. Of course, you have some curves. You're a woman. Any woman with curves has a 0.7 or lower. Some of the most curvy, like Marilyn Monroe, she was known to have a 0.68 waist-hip ratio. She was known to have the perfect curves. 0.68, which is good. I personally feel comfortable around 0.66. That means a girl's waist is 2/3 of her hips. That's what I feel comfortable with. I love that. That's great. Hey, we could go lower. I don't know if you guys know Mal Malloy, but she's a very famous, like, big butt white girl on YouTube. Mal Malloy. She has a point, what was it? It was 0.6. 0.6 waist-hip ratio. That is crazy. Her waist is only 60% of her hips. That's crazy. That is curvy, okay? Now, watching the video you guys saw before this, you should, like, the first two women were just kind of fat, but then a third one, bitch, it kind of remind me of Hubble. The Hubble spacecraft. The bitch was just kind of hubbling. I know she was, like, hovering, but she reminded me of Hubble, you know, the spacecraft. And when she first started walking, I was like, oh, shit, look, it's Hubble with a nightgown on. And Hubble was just hubbling down the fucking walkway, just hubbling. And they were calling her curvy. No, I told you guys before, curvy women aren't circles. The fucking circle is one curve. Curvy is numerous curves in different directions. But Hubble over there is just fucking killing me. You know, I gotta find out what Hubble's real name is, because until I find out, the bitch is gonna be Hubble. She really pissed me off. All right. So besides Hubble, let's get back to this. So that's what curvy is. And if you're a man who appreciates curvy women, you should be disgusted by this too. We should not allow the word curvy to be used to make other people feel better once again, or to get their point across. So what is the point they're trying to get across? That big women are beautiful, so we can give them a sexy word too. Fuck that. If you're beautiful, just take what you are. Big women. You're big. You're big. It doesn't mean you're curvy. Where the curves at? You know what I mean? Where your curves though? Where your curves though? You big, you using the word curvy because we know that as a sexy term, try to use it towards you to get your point across. Bullshit. If you're really proud and you think you're sexy, you wouldn't have to steal another word to look sexy. Just be yourself. If you're a big woman, fine. You're big, alright. You're round, be round and proud. Be round and proud. You don't have to walk outside, bitch. You remember Hubble. Hubble was so big, she barely had legs. She was mostly gut. So, I don't know, somehow gravity didn't work. She didn't need legs, so the bitch was just rolling off the walkway. The Hubble way. You know? I'm sorry for cracking on these fat jokes. I know people are going to be mad at me, but I'm just saying. You know, Hubble is my favorite. I want you guys to go back and look at Hubble. You know exactly who Hubble is. I'm pretty sure she does. No, let me make sure which girl she is. Alright, I'm going to watch this video real quick. I want to make sure Hubble is the third bitch. Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm watching it. I'm watching the video. Okay, first you see a lady talking. Alright? You see a lady talking. And then you see, okay, then you see two women. Alright, first is blonde woman on the walkway. The blonde woman, that's not Hubble. That's not Hubble. Okay, the first blonde woman, alright, second blonde woman, like in the police thing, that's not Hubble. That's not Hubble. I think Hubble's the next one. That's Hubble! Hubble's the third one. She got the glasses on, she's blonde hair. That's Hubble, okay? So, if you know a woman and she Hubbling, she's not curvy, and that's really all I want to say about this. Let's try to not change words just to make people feel better. I'd see it as something that's very childish. You know, you're not really getting anywhere. You're not really getting any points across. You're just kind of being a child. You know what I mean? Just you are what you are. If you want to use the English language, let's use it. If you want to make slang, well then let's use another word that doesn't have a similar meaning to confuse people. You know what I mean? So using curvy isn't just making your own slang. You're stealing a word that already has a definition that you're trying to use to your advantage. So let's say if you wanted to take something that had nothing to do with sexual attraction. Let's take the word axe. Well, no, actually, when you wear axe, you know, you're supposed to smell sexy. Let's take the word, fluffy. Fluffy. So let's say you want to start calling big women fluffy. No, take it. We'll take fluffy. We never look at a sexy woman and go, damn, that girl is mad fluffy. You know, use your own word. Make fluffy into a slang for big women. Okay, you're comfortable? All right, that's arguable. Let's do that. But why take curvy when it already has a definition for a certain type of woman that you know you're not, just to make them feel better? It's childish. So that's all I'm saying. You could be fluffy, you could be Hubble. You want to be Hubble? No, I don't think Big Wig want to be Hubble. But I'm saying Hubble, she was proud. They didn't even show her legs. They didn't even show her legs. You know what I mean? They didn't even show it. She probably got Johnny Bravo legs. You guys remember Johnny Bravo? Alright, let me say Yosemite Sam legs, maybe? Alright, let's see who else got really small legs. That's all I can remember right now. Oh, Chief Wiggum. Actually, damn, she did look like Chief Wiggum. She did look like Chief Wiggum. You guys look at it again. I'm making fun of this lady so much, but yo, she does look like Chief Wiggum. When I saw that lady go, she was like, hey! Walking down the thing, yeah, she looked like Chief Wiggum. Alright? I feel so bad. I hope this lady never watches this video. I'm calling her all these names from Johnny Bravo to Chief Wiggum and Hobble. I just feel bad. That's basically it, though. I'm out. Later.